Starting a group or a club called ANDYSMANCLUB, and the reason I came up with it because I've been passionate about mental health for a long time. 3 months ago, my brother-in-law died by suicide, and I want to do something where I could personally contribute and make a group and go and help other men, come up with a plan where guys could come together and talk.
When I was just 6 years old, I lost my uncle to suicide. I still remember the moment I found out. I burst into screams and tears, desperately hoping what I'd been told wasn't true, and that my uncle hadn't died. He wasn't just my uncle, he was my best friend. He was like a big brother to me. Losing someone who meant that much was heartbreaking and confusing. At that age, I couldn't understand how someone so young, only 23, could be gone. Nothing made sense to me.
Andy, to me, were not what I'd sort of been sold of him. So growing up, knowing the sort of crowd he were with, probably a little bit of an air of suspicion from me. You know, a few of them were meant to be a bit naughty lads. His sister and my partner had told me about, you know, Andrew's been in and out of trouble, and I met him first time ever. It was Alfie's first birthday, and he walked this timid, shy-looking guy, and I thought, that can't be what Lisa's on about. Must have another brother she's on about. Every time someone wanted a cup of tea, Auntie Susan, I'll get that. Auntie Wendy, would you like to sit down, take my chair, handing people food? And I went away and I said to Lisa, I said, I can't understand, that's Andy who you're on about, could be a bit naughty. She went, yeah, he just has like a switch. There's this amazing guy, which is the one I got to know. I know the other one growing up, but maybe a little bit of a naughty one you might not want to got to know. I think I was very fortunate that I only got to meet the one that had turned the corner, that were a great guy, great uncle, great brother, great dad. Just a great all-round human being.
Week before we lost Andrew, he was late coming home, and I texted him and I went, are you all right? And he messaged back and he says, yeah, of course I am. He says, I'm on my way home now. And when he got in, he says, you know, Mum, I am a man now, which he was 23, so I thought, yeah, okay. And then the night before he died, again, it got to about 11:30 and he hadn't come home. So I messaged him and I says, are you okay? No answer. So I'm going to message him back again and say, are you okay? And I thought a week before when he says, I am a man, and I went, Elaine, he's probably staying at his girlfriend's or whatever. You don't have to chase him. So I didn't, except he wasn't okay, was he? I got knock on the door about 8:30 the next morning. And it was a policeman stood there saying they'd found him in the woods. So yeah, biggest shock ever. He's the last person you would have thought would have done anything like that.
I'll never forget just pulling in at Shea Stadium car park. I was just about to go coach a rugby camp with Alfie, and phone rang, it were Elaine. I thought I'd ring her back, then it rang again, and she just said, I can't get hold of our Lisa, but our Andrew's dead. And I said, what? She said, our Andrew's dead. I said, I'm on my way. I remember looking at Alfie, who could sort of sense something wasn't right. I brought him into the rugby ground, dropped him off, and I'll probably never forget walking to Elaine's house and her and her sister Wendy there, and just the atmosphere was like no atmosphere I'd probably ever been around. And I dealt with a lot of death growing up. People were very close, it was just different. And I remember they couldn't say how he died. I remember even saying to Elaine at the time, he's a car crash, died in his sleep, and just sort of said that he'd taken his life, and I'd never really known of anyone take their life.
Still miss you, Uncle. I wish you were coming with us today.
ANDYSMANCLUB is on fire at the moment.
We're at King's Cross Station in London today. Today I'm setting off for a 5,000 mile trip around the UK.
So we're in sunny Saffron Walden for the first fire walk.
Today we're at the British Motor Show in Farnborough. Today we're here at the Waste Services with Fife Council.
Today I'm here in Nottingham.
Hi everyone, we're over here in Peckham today.
Today I'm here at Ford in Dagenham.
We're here at Leeds Freightliner Terminal today.
We're here at Nestle in Gatwick. Tell us why you're in Southampton this week.
Yeah, I've been asking myself that question this morning myself. Down here to run a marathon, people down here running for us down in the south of England, far shy away from where we started in that little room in Halifax. So we just try to break stigma, get guys talking, and ultimately stop families going through what our family's been through. Can you believe that the last time we were sat on this very bench, we'd just opened this 50th club and it was just this mind-blowing achievement that we'd done?
I know, I mean, so much has changed from day one, but from last 5 years, it's incredible to think that we've now got trains wrapped, we've got bin lorries wrapped, HGVs wrapped. It's just absolutely phenomenal, and it's actually a bit scary how we've grown, and we've got to sort of live up to how we're being perceived as well. It's just phenomenal the way it's grown in the last 5 years itself.
To get from 0 to 50 in 5 years, and then from 5 years to 10 to have the hundreds and hundreds of clubs that we have now with thousands and thousands of facilitators. But it hasn't just happened. I think it's probably good to maybe take a trip down memory lane and hear from some other people's stories.
Andy's Man Club saved my life, literally.
I would a lot, you know, it's got me here and got me to meet my grandkids.
But Andy Man's Club is the best thing for me. It's helped me dramatically.
But like I say, Andy's Man Club is the single best thing I've ever done to help me with social anxiety.
I've never looked back since the day that I chose to walk through the door.
But what Andy's Man Club has given me is, it's absolutely incredible. It's given me a life that I never thought I could live.
Just by coming and talking about the problems I had, changed my life massively.
How important is Andy's Man Club?
I don't know how I can express how important it is to me. I mean, I've got a tattoo of Andy's Man Club on me. I'm so thankful for it. I know it saved my life back then. I know my friends are thankful, and they know as well if it wasn't for Andy's Man Club, this conversation wouldn't be happening. I would be another number. It's as simple as that. It's saved my life. Because it saved my life, the impact that it's had, it's given me a better quality of life. It's made me a more confident, or it's enabled me to be a more confident person. I do now see myself as influential in terms of Andy's Man Club because I'm very open and honest about what it is and how it's helped me, what it's done and what it can do for the community. That people take some inspiration from it, and it takes a lot of guts for someone to be able to say the story, say why, you know, what their why is in life and what's happened to them in the past, and to be able to express the vulnerabilities, it's a rare commodity these days in my opinion.
Still pinch me moment seeing all that we've achieved there, and even everyone's different stories. I know we've just come off the back of an unforgettable 3 peaks. You've had lots of conversations with different people. Oh, I know always say something real powerful to you, don't you?
Yeah, all of them, and especially when I go to visit the lads at different groups as well. At local events, I do try and do as many as I can. But they almost always come up and give me a hug, which I'll never say no to. But they always say, if it wasn't for Andy's Man Club, I wouldn't be here. So I try and say back to them, but if it wasn't for you, Andy's Man Club wouldn't be here. It's you now that are opening the doors, that are welcoming them in, that are listening to the stories, that are saving their lives. So although we started it, you were the ones who are keeping it going, and you're the ones that are saving lives.
Everyone is here for different reasons, aren't they? Some is here for yourself, some is here because maybe you lost someone, maybe you know that this charity helped your mate.
I have seen firsthand the amazing work that Andy's Man Club does and how much it's benefited the people around me, and I love how much they have grown over the last few years, deservedly so. I think the fact that they now have over 300 groups nationwide shows just how much hard work, effort and dedication has been put into this, and it means now that they are helping thousands and thousands of men and ultimately saving so many lives.
When I heard from Andy's Man Club, I thought, what a great organisation. What a great thing to have in place, because there are lots of men out there who are really struggling. And I think it gives them all a place that they can go to.
I think as well, we all went to school together and we were never the best at talking, so we've all got better recently, but we know what it's like to kind of keep it all in. So just getting the opportunity to spread awareness for men's mental health, and like Andy's Man Club says, it's okay to talk, it's the least we can do.
what it stands for and what it represents is very close to my heart. I work a lot within mental health, and I know some of the challenges that men are going through and that I went through myself. So to be able to be a part of something that's supporting so many men around the country, potentially globally, is an amazing cause.
I've been following for a while, and Emma reached out and asked if I would do it. I was free today, just as the stars aligned, so I thought, yeah, I'll come down and show my support for Andy's Man Club, as everybody should. It's an incredible cause, and I think it's very important, and it's good to. I hope I can help spread the word and get it out there. And if I reach one person who it helps, then it's worth my evening.
So what were your first impressions of that one man when you watched it?
It gives me goosebumps thinking about that, because it was just absolutely phenomenal. I think it really blew me away, because obviously for me it was been here since day one, seeing all the little intricacies in there, all the different stories showcased in one film. I think it just literally captured everything that we wanted men to know. Also, it's not all smiles in there. There's some darker bits. There's some bits that are left where you're questioning what happened. There'll be thousands of men now who sit and watch, and with each different character, they know that character represents me. Well, that one man literally sums up what we try to do here at AMC. The biggest challenge has been me coming to office.
Yeah.
Tell us a bit more about that.
It's more the chaos you create. You're sort of in there, settled, working away. You're not quite comfortable with working away, so it's. I just imagine somebody coming in and tipping all tables up, changing what you're doing, and yeah, telling you to do it a different way.
Somehow it works out.
Yeah, it works out, and it usually works out quite well, but it could be a bit of a nightmare with the drama it brings with it, but keeps everyone on the toes.
So
to be
from
fair.
your side, because you've had a phenomenal journey, you come in as a volunteer, you stepped up into a administration role,
Yeah.
then you became general manager, recently chief operating officer. If I had a highlight, not just yourself, the growth in all the individuals that we've had,
Yeah.
the guys who come through as a user, to then be a facilitator, to then be an area lead, and then now heading up groups for England
Yeah.
and Wales, or regional lead, or an area lead. You know, all the staff and the growth I've seen from them and yourself has been an absolute highlight of mine.
Yeah.
What's been your highlight of your own actual role within AMC?
I think the growth of that, how that's developed from coming in as a volunteer, that like I say, we're only going to be for a couple of hours, to what it's turned into now. I think the whole development of that and all the growth it's done, I've done personally going through all that, if that makes sense. I think that.
Because we took a trip down memory lane, what people don't understand is how we've got to this point, sat on this bench.
Yeah.
You know, from you in a lane, turn up to your first ever event.
In a car boot with no gazebo, yeah.
No gazebo. Now we've got branded gazebos. To us having these nice fancy wristbands,
Yeah.
like that were all coming off. To all the amazing things we've got now came from a series of mess ups and issues, and that through a collaborative effort from
Yeah.
hundreds, if not thousands, of people nationwide, have allowed us to now be
Where we are.
10 years on.
Yeah.
So obviously, the older I get and the more reins I'm handing over, I want to know that it's going to be kept true to why we started or how we started, and that we don't get too corporate. I know we are going to have to get a little bit more professional with employment laws and all red tape, but the essence, are we still going to keep it real?
I think I've always been a culture bearer for that, for the never letting the vision or culture change ever. And I don't think as long as I'm involved or any of my family's involved, that would ever change. I think as the world navigates in a different help spaces for men, the way that we help men will have to change. You continue what you've always done, you'll keep getting what you've always got. Monday nights are going to continue to be such a pivotal part of what we do. But in order to help more men who aren't going to access groups, there's loads more we need to do. And my big belief right now is we haven't even scratched the surface.
No, we haven't.
We help a lot of men every single week, thousands and thousands of men every single week. But there's so many men out there who are never going to use our club. And doing events like the Three Peaks and doing other events that I've been privileged to do is just such a need for more. And I think as we go into the next 10-year phase, there is such a need to offer more than what we are. And I guess it's my job to continue to innovate ways that we can do that and utilise the amazing people that we've got here to make that dream a reality.
Nice one.
Rounding up this last 10 years, what would you like to say to anyone who's played their part, big or small, in our mission?
That it's a team that we need you as much as you need us. We know everyone can't open groups, but anyone who's been affected by suicide, either we've saved somebody or you've lost somebody, we all want to give back, and we just happen to be the vehicle in which everyone else can contribute to. And we know if it weren't for you, we probably wouldn't be here. We can't do it on our own, and thank you so much. And it's the trust that people put in if they're raising funds to give us to keep going or actually just helping at the events. Everything is so gratefully received, and without everybody else, we wouldn't be here.
I just want to reiterate that and just say a huge debt of thank you to every single person that has ever supported this mission, from the guys who walk through the door to all the facilitators that turn up each every week, right through to their families who allow them to be able to do that. And then the hundreds and thousands of people who share what we do on social media, the people that put the leaflets up, people that showcase the posters, anyone who wears a wristband, puts a car sticker on. The list goes on from the biggest examples of the train being wrapped through to the smallest example of getting a wristband and wearing it with pride and joy. Because each and every one of those people adds to the butterfly effect, which is that small little chain and wide effects I was wearing. Each and every one of us is playing a part in that mission. And no one and no family is bigger than this mission. And together we're all one.